Hi, Mystery Recapped here. Today, I am going to explain an episode from the American anthology series Creepshow called Skin Crawlers. Spoilers ahead, watch out, and take care. At the beginning of the episode, an advertisement for a clinic called Skin Deep by Sloan is shown, which is promoting something miraculous. According to this advert, man has been obsessed with his image since the beginning of time, but now, with this new body sculpting technique by Skin Deep, they can perfect this image and look flawless. The advert continues by mentioning that one doesn't even have to exercise to gain results, as the procedure is instant. Next, the advert shows before and after images of a girl named Debbie who looked extremely obese before the procedure, but 3 days later looked slim and perfect. Debbie, who has now become the ambassador of the clinic, mentions that Skin Deep by Sloan helped her change her life, and now she is ready to help others. The advert then continues with an animated video showing how the procedure is conducted. Apparently, a leech-like creature will suck on the fat of the obese people, making them slim and good-looking instantly. The procedure is also 100% painless and safe. The advert ends as the driving force behind the project, Dr. Herbert Sloan, introduces himself and promises everyone that they will get the body they deserve. Henry, a middle-aged fat guy, is seen watching the Skin Deep advertisement on the television when he is approached by Debbie. Debbie thanks him for being a regular customer of Dr. Sloan's previous products and places him with other clients who are also waiting for the procedure. She then informs the group that the doctor will be there soon. Sitting next to him is a girl named Kelly who is trying to hide her face with a newspaper. Henry introduces himself, but she is a bit nervous because of her extremely obese looks. She informs Henry that she doesn't care about anything but reducing her weight so that she can look like Debbie. Later, Dr. Sloan arrives and starts explaining to them how the whole procedure will be conducted. He mentions that the patient will feel no pain, and within just 3 days, he or she will be able to get the body of their dreams. At this time, the ambassador, Debbie, brings a whole tray of donuts in front of the customers. Dr. Sloan encourages everyone to take a bite and assures them that after they perform the procedure, they will be able to eat donuts without hesitation and also maintain their body without exercise. Despite the assurance, everyone refuses the offer, other than Henry, who takes one. Henry is a savage. After the small introduction, Dr. Sloan gives the same man has been obsessed with his image for ages BS, and informs that while there is no fountain of youth, there is a way to look perfect. He then reveals the creatures, which are supposed to suck all the fat from the patient's body to make them good looking. The creatures have suckers on them and look like something out of an alien movie. Henry is frightened to witness the creatures and immediately asks about them. Dr. Sloan then starts giving some backstory on how he found them. He and his team were in the South American rainforest looking for fat-melting berries when they came across these creatures. Since 2012, they have only managed to collect 10 of these, making them incredibly rare. As for the procedure, these enhanced forms of leeches secrete a fluid which completely numbs the patient's skin and extracts all the fat harmlessly. The doctor also assures that this procedure has been tested several times, and all the other organs of the body are left unharmed. As soon as the doctor finishes explaining the procedure, Kelly takes out money from her purse and expresses her desire to be registered. She does not seem to care whether it is all true or not, as she is blinded by her dream of becoming slim and beautiful. Many customers behind Kelly also show interest, and they leave with Debbie to get registered. Only Henry remains, who is still frightened by the creatures. Dr. Sloan then explains to him that he too got through the procedure, and now is living a very normal and happy life. He adds that he got the muscular physique with the help of the fat-sucking leech. He suggests that Henry take advantage of the opportunity and get that perfect body he has always wished for. Dr. Sloan further adds that the company has done experiments in large quantities before, which has resulted in no harm to humans. Despite the persuasion from the doctor, Henry still sees the creatures as disgusting and decides he will never let them get into his body. He then takes a bite out of the donut and leaves the clinic. 2 weeks later, Henry is at a park eating junk food when he notices that the people he met in the clinic have lost a lot of weight. They are all looking great, with appealing physique. He observes that some have found the love of their lives, while others are flaunting their muscles. Seeing all this, he gets jealous and annoyed. As he is regretting his decision from 2 weeks ago, Kelly comes across and sits next to him. Just like the others, Kelly looks stunning, and Henry is taken aback to see her in such an amazing physique. The girl who looked like a ball 2 weeks ago is now a very beautiful and appealing woman. Henry finds it difficult to believe his eyes. Kelly tells Henry that she is now a representative model of the weight loss company. She also mentions that the company is now recruiting volunteers to test the effect of weight loss. She then invites him to be one of the volunteers in the AM America show, which will be broadcasted live. After Kelly leaves, a confused Henry takes a big bite of the bread that he is holding. Henry tried many different ways to lose his weight, but in the end he failed, as he could not stop his mouth. He ultimately decides to be one of the volunteers, as Kelly suggested, and tries to trust every step in the process. In the next scene, we see Henry approaching the television program, where they are about to display the procedure live in front of an audience. Henry is chosen as the volunteer on which the experiment will be performed. The company wants to use this marketing technique to improve its reputation. At the same time, the two reporters on set reveal that it is a solar eclipse day. They then ask field reporter Jim Scott to describe the event. Jim says that while the eclipse will last for just 160 seconds, it will be seen across the entire United States, something which hasn't happened in over a century. When asked if the eclipse can cause any problems, Jim reveals that it won't affect the humans, but the pets can have slight behavioral changes due to the change in magnetic fields caused by the eclipse. However, everyone takes the suggestion lightly, and the show introduces Dr. Sloan. The doctor promises everyone that they will be amazed, and the show goes into an interval. Henry feels a little nervous about performing the procedure on himself. However, he is also optimistic as he dreams about finding the love of his life. We also see Kelly motivating him and making him feel comfortable. The show begins, and everyone takes their places on the stage, waiting for the fat-sucking leech to be revealed. Dr. Sloan seems a bit uneasy at this point, but pays little mind. He then removes the cover, revealing the fat-eating creature to everyone. The show's female host approaches it with confidence and gets a closer look at the creature. Henry examines the bug as well, and he begins to have second thoughts about the procedure. Just then, the eclipse takes place, and it causes the creature to wiggle continually. It starts twisting its body in an unusual way. At this point, Keely starts feeling a bit uneasy and asks Henry if there is something in her eye. The field reporter Jim Scott is also struggling, as his stomach is continuously making rumbling noises, as if something is trying to come out. When the moon completely covers the sun, a similar leech-like creature pops out of Kelly's eyes, and at the same time, Jim's head explodes and something comes out. In the studio, the people start to panic and scream. With the leeches peeping out of Kelly's eyes, she also falls to the ground. Frightened, the rest of the staff start running out of the studio. Unfortunately, some of them are also found to have undergone the fat-losing procedure and have the parasites in them, just like Kelly and Jim. They also succumb to the monsters. All the leeches start to break through the human bodies that have undergone the procedure. Dr. Sloan quickly tries to escape from the studio, but is caught by Henry and is held against the wall. Henry then accuses Sloan of knowing everything but still going through with it, just for the sake of money. However, Dr. Sloan pleads that he didn't know something like this was going to unfold. In a remorseful tone, he expresses that he conducted research on all the possibilities except one, and that is when a solar eclipse occurs. As he is pleading his innocence, Dr. Sloan also starts feeling uneasy, and he drops to the ground, unconscious. When Henry tries to approach him to check if he is faking, the doctor's body explodes, and Henry's face is splattered with blood. A giant alien-like creature with sharp teeth and tentacles then emerges out of the body and starts grabbing Henry by the legs. A tussle ensues, which ends in Henry crushing the creature with a nearby vending machine. After flexing his victory, Henry grabs a chocolate bar from the floor, covered in blood, and starts having a bite of it. Henry will never change. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.